Now this is Route 1 in Mulhuddart. We're just moving out from our car parking space. Just keeping an eye left and right. And we're heading out of the test centre to the left. So we have a stop line here. Make sure you come to a complete stop. Look left and right. And we're going to make our way back down to the end of the road here to the stop junction and turn left. So wait until we pass this junction here and then we indicate left. Check your mirrors. There's temporary markings here, but make sure you come to complete stop at the line. Just checking that it's clear. And we're going to make our way out onto the dual carriageway. The speed limit here as you merge is 100 kilometers an hour, so you need to get your speed up fairly quickly once you get out. Make sure your instructor has told you how to check your blind spot when moving over. So mirrors, signal, quick blind spot check, and moving out into the flow of traffic. So getting your speed up as quickly as you can. Just keeping a reasonable distance from the car in front. Always make sure you allow at least a 2-second gap in dry weather, 4 seconds when it's wet. We are going to take the next slip road on the left. So we see the countdown markers here, 300, 200 and 100. So mirrors, signal, again check blind spot to the left. Make sure nobody's coming up on the inside lane there. You can see the speed limit changes here to 60, so make sure you're not breaking the speed limit as you come through here. And we're going to turn left at the next junction. So mirrors and signal. In towards Mulhuddart village. So mirrors and signal. An amber light, so we're just going to stop at the stop line and brake on. So lights have turned green. We check our mirrors, rear view and left mirror. Just glance right, especially as you're first away. You want to make sure nobody's breaking the lights from the other side. Remember, a green light doesn't mean go, it means go if it's safe to go. So we're in a 50 zone here. Just take it nice and easy. There's a couple of ramps coming up. They're quite high. These individual ramps, you want to try and get your wheels either side of them where possible. So take it nice and easy going over them. Just don't hit the ramps full on. You get marked for reaction to hazard if you do that. Up into Mulhuddart village, we're going to be turning right at the traffic lights here just past the Circle K garage. Again, mirrors and signal. Check the mirrors again, moving across. We have a filter light, which means we can go once it's safe to proceed. So more ramps coming up here now on Church Road. We're going to be approaching a roundabout shortly, and we're going to take the second exit, which is straight ahead. So take a good observation as you approach, checking to the right. Quite busy around here, so we're going to head straight ahead. Just keep over to your left, check the mirrors and indicate left leaving. We're going to take the next right into Drumheath. So again, mirrors and signal. Just going to wait for a gap. After the van here we have a gap, so we're just going to look into the road and turn in. Now in Drumheath here they could do either the turnabout or the reverse or both. We're going to do the reverse around the corner. So we're going to do it at the second road here. So they'll normally pull you in just before the road, explain what they want you to do, and then you move forward again into past the junction and pull in and stop on the left. Make sure when you're reversing that you take really good observation. Try and stay as close to the curb as possible without getting too close. So you don't need your indicator on doing this. You can have it on if you want, but you don't need it on. Good, nice, good observation all around. Keep glancing behind, looking behind, checking your mirror, glancing to the right. Tester will take you back quite a bit. Okay, so around here then we'll just come to a stop. So he'll ask you to move off again here and turn right. So you can check over your right shoulder, signal right, down to the end of the road, nice and slow. Watch the ramps in here, they're quite high. And we're going to turn right at the end of this road. You can see it's a stop junction again, so make sure you come to a complete stop. But once you stop, then you can move forward a little just to get a good view of the road. You don't have to stay behind the stop line, because if you do, you won't be able to see up or down the road. Quite narrow, so just keep an eye on your speed. It is 50. We're coming up to a roundabout, and we're going to take the fourth exit, which brings us over towards Ballycoolan. It's quite a busy roundabout, this one, so just make sure you take really good observation as you approach. Going to be turning to the right here, fourth exit, so mirrors and signal. You can see we're back into a 60 zone once we get off the roundabout. Staying in the right lane. Staying reasonably close to the roundabout. Once we get past this exit here, we're going to check our mirrors. Quick blind spot check as you change lane and into the new road. So this is 60 here. Straight stretch of road here, so just keep your speed up. Make sure you don't go over the speed limit. It's very easy to do that on this road. We're coming up to another roundabout here, busy roundabout, and we're going to be taking the third exit, which again is to the right. This brings us back down onto Blanchardstown North. So mirrors and signal. Signal, quick blind spot check in case anyone's come around with the wrong lane. approaching another roundabout. We're going to be going left, first exit. There's the signal. This brings us into Mulhuddart Route. Here, so we're just going to go around them, and then we're going to take the first left. So mirrors and signal. It's into Sheep Hill Park. Just keep an eye here. It's a short road. I will go left again at the T junction. We'll then take the next right. This road here, then they could bring you in to do the turnabout or the reverse. So we're going to take the first left. And then the first right. Any of these roads here, they can pull in, get you to pull in to do the maneuvers. So we're going to do the turnabout here. So test will ask you to turn the car around on the road to face the opposite way, and you can go over and back more than once if necessary. So we're going to check our mirrors, look all around, full 360, nice and slow with the car, nice and quick with the steering wheel. Make sure we don't hit the curb. Look all around, behind. Again, nice and quick with the wheel, nice and slow with the car. Handbrake on because you have a bit of a camber on the road here. And then we complete the maneuver. Back out and go left. So they may not take you in this far into the estate. They could actually do it out here on the main road as well. Generally, once the turnabout is completed, they'll ask you to pull in and stop for the hand signals, so make sure you know those. So back out left. And right. They could also get you to pull in for the hill start anywhere along here. There's hills, so the same in back in Drumheath where we did the reverse, so there's hills there, so anywhere along there they could do the hill start with you. So just moving out to the right, heading out again towards Blanchardstown Road North, and as you can see we're coming out onto a road that's 60 kilometers an hour. So left at the roundabout, first exit. The road markings on this road here, it can be a little bit confusing. So there's a bus lane from 7 to 7 in the morning to 7 at night on the left. We cannot go into that bus lane, but once we reach the end of it, then we're going to move over. See, the traffic is all backed up. And it's marked as a right turning lane only. So this is where it's quite confusing. So there's hatch markings here, so we cannot go into the hatch markings. So we're going to move back into the left lane. Somebody's letting us back in. But then we have to move out to the right again because we're turning right. So it's really confusing. Do not drive through the hatch markings. We have to stop here, we have to wait for the light to turn green. this was a solid green light, we could move into the centre and wait, but when there's arrows we have to wait for the light to turn green. So we have a green arrow now. So we're turning now into Castlecurra and Warrenstown. At the roundabout we're going straight ahead, second exit. And the same again at this roundabout here. So again, good observation on the approach. Just watch the ramps here. They're not too high, but take it easy over them. Schools around here as well, so just be careful depending on what time of day your test is at. There could be a lot of children around. Coming back up to the roundabout at the junction with Church Road, and we're going to be turning left at the roundabout. First exit. Mirrors and signal. Too hard. Up to the lights, then we're going to go right. We have a green arrow, just again quick glance left and right, make sure it's safe, don't delay though. Straight ahead through the pedestrian lights. We're just heading back towards the test centre. The test is nearly over at this stage. Always watch for a car turning left in case they come to a complete stop. Two more ramps here, and then as you can see the speed limit changes to a 60, so again try and get your speed up to 60 if it's safe to do so. You'll get marked for progress otherwise. Towards the centre, the tester here will say to you that you're coming towards the end of your test. Just turn left into the car park and find a suitable place to park. So just go mirrors and signal. Just take good observation coming in, make sure it's safe. And as you come in then, just turning and find a place to park just over here against the railings. And that's the end of Route 1.